In the morning in Kathmandu airport in Nepal, Bombardier CRJ-200 operated by Saudi Airlines was about to take off. It wasn't a normal passenger flight, it was a flight with engineers and technics on board, and they headed to do a maintenance check for the plane. Just a few seconds after the takeoff, the plane started banking dangerously high to the left. The bank angle resulted in a stall, and the plane hit the ground. We don't know much for now, but we know that the only person that survived was the captain. Someone boarding on another plane caught the crash on camera, so let's see the footage. Around 8:30 am, an Azerbaijan Airlines Embraer A119 was flying from Baku to Grozny in Russia. While approaching, air traffic control reported high fog in the airport. The airplane crew decided to go around. After failing to land the second time, the air traffic control headed them to the airport in Aktau in Kazakhstan. While the plane was coming to Aktau, the crew reported an explosion on board and loss of controls. The pilot struggled to control the airplane and after some time the plane crashed 3 kilometers away from the airport. From the 67 people on board, 29 managed to survive. After visiting the crash site, investigators saw a lot of holes on the airplane wreck and they quickly made a theory that the plane was hit by a missile from Russia. After a few hours, the president of Russia called the president of Azerbaijan with condolences to the victims of the crash, which confirmed that the plane was shot down by Russia. On a foggy afternoon, an ATR-72 operated by Volpas Airlines was preparing to land in São Paulo airport. Everything seemed normal, but a high icing and turbulence weather was reported. As everything seemed good, unpredictably, the plane started climbing really fast and the speed was going down, which resulted in a stall. The plane started falling like a rock and hit the ground at 3:11 p.m. As for now, we don't know much about the crash, but there's a high chance that the stall was because of a lot of ice on the wings, because of the icy weather. On 11:50 am, a military Il-76 owned by Russia was flying carrying 68 Ukrainian prisoners. We don't know much about this accident, but we know that the crew reported an explosion on board. Shortly after the plane crash got caught on camera, the plane hit the ground in a local village Yabunovo. None of the 74 people on board survived. On a morning in South Korea, a Boeing 757-800 operated by Jeju Air was landing in the Muan airport. The air traffic control reported a lot of birds in the air when the plane was approaching. Someone on the ground caught the plane got struck by birds and the birds stuck in one of the engines, which resulted in one of the engines loss of power. After that, pilots struggled to deploy the landing gear and they couldn't do it, so they needed to go around. After they go around, the pilots tried to land without the landing gear. The plane touched the ground too late and it didn't have enough space to stop, so it overran the runway, which resulted in hitting one of the buildings and exploding. From all the 181 people on board, sadly only 2 flight attendants survived it. It was the deadliest crash in South Korea history.